Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back at ICA channel. So we are in ICA classes and starting with the next chapter in our paper 1 of accounting of CA Intermediate Group 1. Already we have covered profit and loss, pre and post incorporation in our previous 3 lectures. I assume that everything is clear to everyone. Having any doubt, please tell me in your previous chapter if you have any doubt. You may please tell me. Good morning to all. Very good. So this is a good morning for everyone who has awakened early in the morning and studying hard to be a chartered accountant. So many students have said good morning. First is our Dinesh Injle, Anish Ojha, Kushi, Nikita, Sankaran, Sapna, Alok, Saubhagya, Harshit, Sameer, Arun, Akshay, Pradeep, Deepika, Jyoti, Pinky, Chandan, Anand, Vishakha, Jyoti, good, very good. Pinky Kumari having a doubt in illustration number 1, last point. So there's no worry. We can take the problem also for what for first 5 to 10 minutes, and then we will go for the next chapter. There's no issue at all. Illustration number 1 of IC module beta that we are talking about. Very good. So send your presence by sending good morning. This is a good way of communicating because here two-way communication is only by the mode of writing. So students have been given an option to write everything, whatever they are interested to communicate with the teacher. Quality of teaching is also very good. Good. Talking about illustration number 1. Yeah, she is asking about last point, and the last point is interest to vendor up to August 31st. An easy point. You need not to worry. This is divided on actual basis already discussed. We have to just check it out that first of all, how much is the allocation to be made, how much is the total interest to be paid. That is already mentioned. It is 5,000 rupees. Now, date of 5,000 rupees is given to you. Date of incorporation and date of purchase is also given to you. It is 1st of April, date of purchase, date of incorporation, 1st of August, and the date of payment is 31st of August. So accordingly, we will allocate these expenses. We have to calculate a separate ratio or separate way for this. These expenses are paid for 5 months, if you will see, because it is paid from 1st of April to 31st of August. It is 5 months. So if we'll see, first 4 months will go into pre and 1 month will go into post incorporation because 1st April to 1st August is the pre incorporation and 1st August to 31st August is the post incorporation period. So you may do like this also. This will go to pre and remaining one zone will go to post. Or you may divide it in 4:1 ratio. That is up to your choice. Already discussed many times. I think now this is clear to you. Very good. So I think there is no doubt. In addition to this is the last doubt of this chapter which we have discussed. Now I am going to the concept of next chapter. And the next chapter is Insurance claim. Next chapter is insurance claim. Very good. Number of students have sent the answer immediately. This is a good thing. So an important chapter from examination point of view, if you will see, this chapter is a very important chapter because whenever we are going into the exam, we normally get minimum 5, otherwise up to 20 marks question from this particular chapter. I already discussed when I've started my classes that there are 3 chapters which I have to cover. Started with the profit prior to incorporation, then this is the insurance claim, and then hire purchase. These are the regular 3 chapters which I have to cover. Later on, also there may be some more chapter I'll cover if ICA is requiring that. There's no problem. But these 3 chapters are very important from examination point of view. Why? The reason is very simple because in these 3 chapters, normally we get minimum 20 to 30 marks paper, and this will help you to clear the exam with flying colors. One more thing, I'll make these chapters very easy for you. This is for granted for you. Whatever the presumption in the mind of the teachers or the students that these are typical or these are easy, that is not my point of discussion. My point of discussion is when I'll get a chapter, I'm trying to teach you with a conceptual understanding so that it will be a easy and a logical chapter for you from the practical point of view also. Later on, whenever you will go for the practical trainings, practical knowledge, you must get benefit out of it. So the word itself make it clear, insurance claim. But means for it, we know it very well that whenever a loss occurs to anyone, whenever a loss occurs to anyone, then what will happen? Loss may be of any type. I'm not talking about a loss by fire or loss by theft. I'm talking about any type of loss if occurs to anyone and another person gives him a support by bearing that loss, whether fully or partially. Another person is giving him a benefit, giving him an help by bearing that loss, by reimbursing that loss. Then whatever amount he will get, whatever benefit he will get from that particular person, that is called insurance claim. Like if there is a company named A Limited, so this company is an insurance company. Insurance company. So insurance company is offering various type of insurances. Let's understand which type of insurance is there in the market. In the market, there are 2 types of insurances. One is life insurance. Life insurance. Second is other insurance. So life insurance is very well known to everyone, maybe that insurance of life is there. If a person dies or after a certain period, the amount is paid to him. This is basically for the insurance of a particular person. All other insurances, which is not a life insurance, is covered under this other insurance. So other insurances of various types. If you'll see, these insurance covers fire insurance, these insurance cover stock insurance, these insurance cover profit insurance, these insurance cover traveling insurance, these insurance cover transit insurance, voyage insurance. They were the same thing. I'm just trying to give you more name. Voyage insurance, this is also traveling insurance by ship. Then mediclaim insurance. Then this also covers like your auto insurance, means your asset is insured, and that asset is specifically a auto, means it is 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler like that. So auto insurance. So many type of insurances are there in the market. So I'm talking about other insurance today because our chapter doesn't cover about the life insurance. We are going to cover about the other insurance in this chapter. Now, whenever we are talking about other insurance, beta, other insurance means forward that we have a company. It tells us that if you will suffer a loss, if you will suffer a loss with some certain terms and conditions, then that loss will be indemnified. Indemnified means bear borne by the company to insurer. The person who have insured himself will get the benefit. So in simple words, ए लिमिटेड एक इंश्योरेंस कंपनी है जिसने एक बिजनेस शुरू किया हुआ है, जिस बिजनेस में क्या है कि वो कंपनी लोगों को एक बेनिफिट दे रही है कि अगर किसी को कोई लॉस हो जाता है, किसी को कोई लॉस हो जाता है, वो लॉस की सर्टेन टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस हैं, अगर वो फुलफिल हो रही हैं तो उस केस में कंपनी उसको उसका क्लेम पे कर देगी, उसका वो लॉस जो है वो बेयर कर लेगी अगर उसने अपनी इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से पहले ही करवाई हुई है, इफ ही इज ऑलरेडी इंश्योर्ड विद दैट कंपनी. So if you have taken an insurance with that company, obviously you are insured for that particular purpose. And if such loss occurs to you, then you will get that benefit, get that loss reimbursed from the company. This is called an insurance contract or an insurance company business. So I think this is clear to everyone. Now, various types of insurances, we will discuss it one by one. Better be attentive now because I'm going to cover it with a conceptual way of the chapter now. That when any person gives guarantee to other to bear the loss occurred to him, then such contract of guarantee is called insurance contract. So this is also covered under contracts of guarantee in your contract accounting in commercial law. If you will see mercantile law or commercial law, there are also contract of guarantee, indemnity and guarantee. There is a chapter. So this is correlated with it. Such contract is made under some consideration. Obviously, you have to pay something. The customer will have to pay something against which company will assure him that if you will suffer any loss, I'll pay you. अगर आपको कोई लॉस होता है तो कंपनी वो लॉस बेयर कर लेगी. So in this case, for the items which have been insured, but specifically this amount is called whatever amount we will pay. This is called premium. Insurance premium we are calling it. There are three main insurances which are as under. So we are going to discuss about three main insurances in this chapter. One is insurance of property. Second is insurance of stock. First is insurance of stock. That means for what we will discuss it. Insurance of profit. This is loss of profit policy also. Third is insurance of property. So we'll go for three. So we will go for three chapter. Three one. Is that clear? You may open your module because this is specifically from your module also. So I'm interested to recommend your module simultaneously with this. If you have opened your module, good. If you have not opened it, please open it. Just a moment. Angel, why this chapter? I don't understand your point, beta. Why this chapter? All chapters we have to cover, obviously. So now come to the point. First of all, we are going to discuss about the Insurance of stock, profit, and property concept. The concept is very simple. If we are talking about insurance of stock, first of all, you have to understand what means for the stock is beta. Stock क्या होता है? So talking about stock, first of all, let's understand it. Stock meant for any, or you may say, goods lying in our godown. Goods lying with us at any point of time. It's our stock. So goods lying with us at any point of time. First of all, what means for the goods that must be known to everyone? Items in which we deal. Because in business we know it very well. The items in which we deal are called goods. So beta goods क्या होती हैं समझ लग गया. So any point of time means it may be on any particular time. Because on 1st of April I have started a business. Now on 1st of April I have purchased goods worth rupees 10 lakhs. Out of which some goods are sold by me on some goods are these are my purchases and sales, I would like to say, and this is the stock on this day. So on 1st of April, total goods are lying with me. So 10 lakh is my stock. On 2nd of April, I have sold goods worth rupees 4 lakh out of it. Now it means for only 6 lakh have been left with me on 2nd of April. On 3rd of April, I have sold further goods worth rupees 1 lakh. Now that means for 5 lakh is left with me. On 4th of April, I have purchased goods worth rupees 3 lakh. So that means for I got a stock of 8 lakhs now. Then on 5th of April, I have further sold goods worth rupees 2 lakhs. So that means for now worth goods worth rupees 6 lakh are with me. So this is my stock, which is changing with every minute, which is changing with every point of time. Why it is changing? Because whenever we are purchasing goods, it will increase. Whenever we are selling goods, it will decrease. Also, in case of manufacturing units, when we add our services to it, add our further working to it, its value is changing on daily basis. If we have a raw material worth rupees 1 lakh purchased by me, we have added labor worth rupees 40,000 in it, then obviously the value of the stock will be 1,40,000. And when we will sell these goods for rupees 60,000, worth out of this 60,000 worth of goods are sold. So that means for now stock is 80,000. Then further I have purchased stock of rupees 3 lakhs. So now the stock is worth rupees 3 lakh 80,000. So this is changing on daily basis with every minute, with every time, with every day, with every week, with every month. So we are interested to let ourselves be secured. हम लोग अपने आप को सिक्योर करना चाहते हैं. The issue is very simple that if any loss will occur to this stock, obviously I will be a big loser. A businessman will be a big loser because businessman is completely based on that stock. Whatever is the amount available with him, he is normally used it for purchasing the goods. Also, he have taken certain loans. Also, he has taken certain loans. Like if you are interested to take CC limit, cash credit limit, this is always on stock. This is always on stock. Whatever stock is lying with you, CC limit is given on the basis of that stock. And this must be more according to the limit. Now, it means for if a businessman have 10 lakh rupees with him, he have utilized that 10 lakh in its business for purchasing what? Mostly for purchasing stock, goods. Simultaneously, he has taken a loan of rupees 10 lakh as a CC limit from some bank. So now 20 lakh rupees is invested by him in his business. So he have invested 20 lakh rupees, out of which 10 lakh belongs to him. So if this stock will destroy, then obviously he will be a loser of rupees 20 lakhs, out of which 10 lakh will go from his own pocket, which is the total amount available with him to do the business. Simultaneously, he will be liable to pay that rupees 10 lakh to the bank also, which he has taken a CC limit from that bank. अगर उसने 20 लाख का काम शुरू किया है, 10 लाख अपनी पॉकेट से डाला, 10 लाख उसने बैंक से लिए, अगर लॉस हो गया तो उसको 20 लाख रुपीज वापस करने पड़ेंगे, 10 लाख तो उसको अपने लिए चाहिए फर्दर काम को चलाने के लिए, और 10 लाख रुपीज का जो वो गुड्स उसकी लॉस्ट हो गई है, 10 लाख रुपीज का जो उसने लोन लिया हुआ था, जो सीसी लिमिट ली थी, वो उसको वापस करनी पड़ेगी, चाहे गुड्स लॉस्ट भी होगी तो भी पैसे तो वापस करने पड़ेंगे. So he will be declared insolvent due to this reason. He will have to sell his assets. He will have to sell his house, personal house. He will have to sell his car. But he will be a big loser in that case. So to make himself secure, he must have to get stock insured. Get his stock insured. Now, how he will insure his stock? He will go to insurance company, tell him I am interested to get my stock insured. Now, what insurance company will tell to him? Insurance company will tell him, tell me how much value of stock is lying with you at any point of time, so that I'll give you the policy accordingly. Now, here you will see that the value of stock is changing on daily basis. Today it is 10 lakh, then it is 6 lakh, then it is 5 lakh, then it is 8 lakh, then it is 6 lakh. It is changing on daily basis. So how you will take this stock policy, how you will take loss of stock policy, how much amount you will get yourself amount insured, because we need amount of policy to be taken, and amount of policy should be should be more than stock lying with me at any point of time. If I'll take lower stock policy, there may be certain problems which will come to us. Certain problems will come to us. Which type of problems will come to us? Let's understand this. Policy must be for full stock insurance. If my stock is worth rupees 10 lakh, if my stock is worth rupees 10 lakh, on the date when this loss has been occurred, my stock is worth rupees 10 lakh. I have taken a policy of 6 lakhs. My policy is worth rupees 6 lakhs. So how much claim I'll get? This is very much clear to everyone that if stock worth rupees 10 lakh is destroyed, but the policy is worth rupees 6 lakh only, then I'll get claim of how much? Sir, module में तो अलग ही है. You need not to worry, beta. We'll come to the module. Just wait. I can't. Swati, let's understand one thing, that whatever I am speaking in English, I am just translating it into the Hindi. My core language is English. You need not to worry. Whenever I speak anything in Hindi, you need not to worry, beta, because that has already been spoken in English by me. Okay. Now talking about the study material, that study material what I am showing to you is just edited by me for my requirements, for your easiness. So you need not to worry. Your study material is okay. I'll cover each and everything of your study material. This is just to understand you. Whatever method is given in study material, we will come to that. You need not to worry. We will have to cover from the examination point of view, not from the study material point of view. Let it be very much clear. Whenever we are studying, I am not here to teach you study material of the IC only. I'm here to teach you for the chapter in such a way so that your concepts will be clear. You can easily clear your exams with flying colors. That is my basic requirement. So मेरी भावनाओं को समझो, भावनाओं की कदर करो. मैं आप लोगों के लिए मेहनत कर रहा हूं तो उसका मुझे रिगार्ड मिल जाए, नहीं मिलता कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बट नेगेटिव साइड में मत जाओ, ठीक है? आपके फायदे में जा रहे हैं. चलो, लेट्स गो फॉर इट. गुड मॉर्निंग आगे कार्तिक की. Very good answers. So students have already sent the answer, that the answer will be 6 lakh in this case, because I have not a policy of rupees 10 lakh or more with me as on the date of stock. Now I already discussed with you that I have a stock of 10 lakh on 1st of April with me. On 2nd of April, stock has been reduced to 8 lakhs, then 6 lakhs, then 4 lakhs, then 2 lakhs, then 12 lakhs, then 14 lakhs, then 16 lakhs, then 19 lakhs, then 1st of May is there, just assume the stock is worth rupees 4 lakhs. Then 2nd of May is there, stock is worth rupees 3 lakhs. On 5th of May, stock is worth rupees 18 lakhs. Stock is changing on daily basis. But the policy is to be taken in advance. That is, I have to take the policy on 1st of April. The date of policy should be 1st of April to get my stock insured for the particular year. I must have to take the policy in advance. Na? Policy to मैं शुरू में ले लूँगा. If I have taken the policy on 1st of April, what should be the value of policy? Tell me. What should be the value of policy? Ikrar, it is regard, not reward. Okay. So just tell me how much amount of policy I have to take. This query is from you. I'm getting the answers. I'm getting answers. Policy should be, amount of policy should be more than 18 lakh till now if I'll see. But it is not pre-planned by me on 1st of April. I don't know on 1st of April because I have to take policy on 1st of April. I don't know how much will be the stock with me during the year. And the policy amount should be more than the value of stock at any point of time during the full year. Because if it is more than that and risk occurs and the loss occurs, then I may be covered with the full loss. But this can't be fully pre-planned. It can be pre-planned, but it can't be fully pre-planned. On 1st of April, what I'll do, I'll see my last year stock. It may be my average stock, or it may be my last year highest stock. I'll take something as a base. Either I'll take last year highest stock as a base or average stock as a base last year, and add or deduct my forecasting for the current year. Forecasting that I'm going to increase my sales by 10% this year. I'm going to decrease my sales by 20% this year. I have checked my previous year stock and seen that in the last year, my average stock is approximately 15 lakhs. Or I may check highest stock. My highest stock has gone up to 25 lakhs. But this is just 1 or 2 times in a year. So this is all up to me that what I am interested to plan. Because policy is to be taken by me for my security, one. Second, premium is to be paid by me. Actually, now I'll have to check my policy amount. I will have to check the premium amount. Everything I have to check and then plan. If premium amount is too high, because in case of transit insurance, in case of voice insurance, premium amount is normally high. Traveling insurance, premium amount is high. And we have to just get ourselves insured for a particular traveling. But in case stock is there, insurance value is high, but insurance premium is always less. स्टॉक इंश्योरेंस में प्रीमियम की अमाउंट कम होती है, तो मुझे कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है. आई मे गो फॉर दिस वन 25 lakh plus. If I'm interested to expect that 20% business will increase this year and the stock will also increase by 20% this year, then I'll assume that I will have to go for the insurance policy of 30 lakhs. Or I may take average insurance policy. If premium amount is high, then I will add 20% in it and take it for rupees 18 lakh. This is all up to me. Best method is this one, that we have to go for the highest stock in the last year, plus minus any adjustment if it is possible. So that is the way how we will get our value of policy. Policy can be on expected stock level, otherwise it will be 4 rupees 10 lakh. 10 lakh is not an answer because 10 lakh is just on the first day. And on first day, whatever is the stock, I can't say that this is the highest stock with me. So this is the wrong answer. It should be on the basis of average conversion of stock last year. Exactly, beta. So policy amount should be more than to get full claim. To get full claim, I always say policy amount should be more than or equal to the value of stock as on the date of loss. As on the date of loss. So whenever this loss will occur, the policy amount should be more than or equal to the value of stock. Then I'll get full claim. Then I'll get full claim, which is my requirement. But if policy amount is less than value of stock as on the date of hire, then I'll get partial claim. Then I'll get partial claim. Let's understand this concept. Assume case number 1. We are going to discuss about some cases. Now you have to understand the cases, but first I am talking about now the stock as on the date of fire. I am normally assuming there is a as on the date of loss, what we can say, because there may be a loss by fire, there may be loss by theft also. Date of loss. And second thing is will not be covered here, so doesn't matter. I'll try. Stock as on the date of loss is there. Policy amount is there. And actual loss is there. That means for what? First case, I have a stock worth rupees 20 lakh in my godown as on a particular date. When this loss has been occurred, stock in my godown, in my shop, in my showroom, wherever the stock is lying, it is worth rupees 20 lakh as on that date. Policy amount is 25 lakhs as on that date. Obviously, policy amount is not as on that date, it is for a particular period. So 25 lakh की हमने policy ली and whole loss is destroyed. Complete goods are destroyed, complete stock is destroyed. So actual loss is also 20 lakhs. What is the difference between actual loss and the stock as on the date of fire? Stock as on the date of fire means for, as on the date of loss means for the stock lying with us as on that date. Actual loss means for the loss stock destroyed out of it. Because number of times some stock is saved, salvaged or scrap sold. Because if you may assume that the goods worth rupees 20 lakh are lying in our godown as on the date of fire, then if fire occurs, then we normally try to save some stock out of that. We are normally trying by, you may say, using various fire equipments or various fire measures, fire saving measures we are using. So with that, we can save some of our stock. We are trying to extract our stock out of it. Or in other case, what we can do, if fire occurs, then if any stock is saved or if any stock is scrapped, like scrap is there, we can sell that scrap also. If we'll sell that scrap, we may get some amount out of that also. So actual loss and stock as on the date of loss may differ. But in the first case, I am assuming both are equal, both are same. How much will be the claim? Tell me how much claim I'll get. I'll get a claim of rupees 20 lakhs. Which, because the policy amount is more than, it is more than the stock as on the date of loss. Stock as on the date of loss. इन सिंपल वर्ड्स देखो बचते कैसे हैं ये एक्चुअल लॉस में और स्टॉक एज ऑन द डेट ऑफ लॉस में फर्क क्या होता है आपके पास 20 लाख का स्टॉक पड़ा है ग्राउंड में तो कई बार क्या होता है कि जब फायर होती है या थेफ्ट होती है तो सारा स्टॉक डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं होता कुछ बच जाता है मान लो 2 लाख का स्टॉक बच गया तो हो सकता है आपका 18 लाख का स्टॉक डिस्ट्रॉय हो क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली फिर द वैल्यू ऑफ स्टॉक लो डिस्ट्रॉयड और एक्चुअल लॉस विल बी 18 लाख नॉट द 20 लाख या फिर कई बार क्या होता है कुछ स्क्रैप बच जाती है जो चोरी हुई है या थेफ्ट हुई है या लॉस हुआ है फायर के साथ उसमें कुछ ना कुछ बच गया थोड़ा बहुत उसको हमने बेचा सेल करा सेल करने से हमें 2 लाख रुपए रिकवर हो गए मतलब वो जो खराब माल है डैमेज सेमी डैमेज्ड माल है गुड है आपके पास वो बिकने से भी कुछ पैसे मिल जाते हैं कई बार तो अगर ऐसा कुछ मिल रहा है आपको तो वो अमाउंट माइनस कर दोगे तो बाकी जो लॉस है वो एक्चुअल लॉस हो जाएगा बेटा आई थिंक एक्चुअल लॉस इज क्लियर टू यू नाउ केस नंबर 2 आई एम टेकिंग केस नंबर 2 stock as on the date of loss is again 20 lakhs policy amount is again 25 lakhs actual loss is worth rupees 18 lakhs because stock worth rupees 2000 is saved or scrap sold. So how much will be the claim? What is the amount of claim beta? क्लेम कितना मिलेगा आपको क्लेम कितना मिलेगा बोलो फटाफट amount of claim is 18 lakh exactly right because actual loss is of rupees 18 lakh only so I'll get the claim of rupees 18 lakhs no one will pay me 20 lakh rupees because my loss is 18 lakh then I'll get 18 lakh only very good answer good presence of mind third case now it is 20 lakhs exactly it is 15 lakhs it is 18 lakhs 20 lakh is the stock as on the date of fire policy amount is 15 lakh actual loss is 18 lakh now how much claim you will get first 2 are saying 15 lakh यहाँ पर problem है here there is a problem will not get rupees 15 lakh as claim why because stock is not fully insured at the time when the fire occurs stock is partially insured now in this case average close method will be used when stock is not fully insured you may write it down with you when stock is not fully insured as on the date of fire when stock is not fully insured as on the date of fire oblique loss then average close method will be used for calculation of amount of claim. Now, what is the average close method? Average close method tells us that if full stock is destroyed, then we will get claim is equal to amount of policy. How much will you get if full stock is destroyed? Like if stock is destroyed worth rupees 20 lakh. First of all, take this case. This is a fourth case which I am taking. Then if full stock is destroyed, then how much claim will be there, beta? 20 lakh is the stock as on the date of fire. 20 lakh is the loss as on the date of fire. 15 lakh is the amount of policy. How much you will get? Now send me the answers. Queries from your side, beta. Send the answers. In this case, what will be your answer? Fourth case. Visibility is very clear. काफी अच्छी visibility आ रही है. I just checked now. Expecting you are also getting the same video visibility. And the answer is Ishwari 20 lakh, not good. Remaining is average close will also apply. Okay, no problem. 15 lakh will be the claim amount. Okay, 20 lakh. 20 lakh is not a right answer because dekho, let's understand this thing that the claim no company will pay you more than the policy amount as a claim. Even if loss is more than the policy amount, but you haven't taken the policy, why company will pay you more? Company is a businessman. Company is not a social welfare organization. Company is a businessman. This is not ICI, which is not charging anything from you for the classes. Okay, this is a company. Even ICI, I am seeing that one thing that there is no advertisement in the YouTube channel of ICI. That means for they are not even getting any incentive from the YouTube also. So this is about the ICA only, beta, not anyone else. No one will pay you more. Okay, no one will pay you more. So you will get maximum amount of rupees 15 lakh as a claim. So here you will get 15 lakh. Why I'll get 15 lakh? Because whole goods are destroyed, and average close method will be applied. But here average close word is not required. That help is not required. If complete loss goods are destroyed, obviously there is no problem at all because if whole goods are lost, then I'll get whole premium, whole policy amount, full policy amount. अगर सारी goods destroy हो जाएंगी तो मुझे पूरा premium जो पूरी मुझे policy amount है पूरी मिल जाएगी, full मिल जाएगी. If full stock is destroyed, then we will get claim is equal to amount of policy. That I have already written. Answer is already mentioned here, बेटा. Answer तो मैंने लिख के आपसे question में पूछा था. Means if full stock is destroyed means if stock worth rupees 20 lakh is destroyed, then I'll get amount of policy, that is 15 lakhs. Okay, then claim is equal to 15 lakh. I'll get 15 lakh. Now, in the given case, that is case number 3, I'll come. In case number 3, what will happen? If full stock is destroyed, so there is a condition. If full stock is destroyed, that is, if stock of 20 lakh is destroyed, I'll get claim of rupees 15 lakhs. Okay. If stock of rupee 1 is destroyed, then I'll get claim of rupees 15 lakh divided by 20 lakhs. This is a unitary method which you have already studied in mathematics. If stock of 18 lakh is destroyed, then how much I'll get? I'll get 15 divided by 20 into 18. So this is my right answer. Whatever it is, this will be the right answer. Check it out how much it is. 13.5 is the right answer. So this is a unitary method which you have to use in this case. Very good answer by a number of students. About 3 or 4 students have given the right answer. The first comes Pranav, second comes Alok, third comes Muhammad. This may be due to two reasons. I assume this may be due to the reason of their knowledge. This may be due to the reason of their understanding also. But there may be a reason that they have already done it in the with some teacher or somewhere else, or they have already studied this chapter somewhere else. So there may be a chance. But otherwise, this is something new for all the students, I think. So 13 lakh 50,000 is the right answer, but this will be only in case your policy amount. So first condition is your policy amount is less than amount of stock of goods lying in our godown, amount of stock lying in our godown as on the date of hire. Stock is not fully insured as on the date of hire, then average close method will be applied. When stock is not fully insured, in case amount of policy is less than stock as on the date of fire, मीन्स जिस दिन ये लॉस हुआ, जिस दिन ये सारा इवेंट हुआ, उस दिन हमारा जो स्टॉक है वो पॉलिसी अमाउंट से कम है, तो हमें एवरेज क्लोज लगाना पड़ेगा. अगर यही एवरेज क्लोज आप लगाते हो कि अगर आपका पूरे का पूरा स्टॉक डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाता है, तो आपका आंसर ऑटोमेटिकली यही आएगा. देखो, अगर हम ये चेक करें कि 15 लाख की पॉलिसी थी, 20 लाख का स्टॉक था उस दिन, और पूरे का पूरा डिस्ट्रॉय हो गया. सो व्हाट विल बी द राइट आंसर? 15 लाख दैट वी हैव टेकन हियर. ये जो 15 लाख आया, ये यहीं से आया. अगर आप देखो, you may get it by this also. Is that clear to everyone? Please note it down. All the cases you have to note down, because these are the important cases, and this will come into your exam. Obviously, this is a part of your studies, whatever we are studying now. So please note each and everything. If noted, send me noted. I'll go forward. Jha 15 lakh exactly. So I think this is clear to everyone. Please note it down fast. You must have to note it down fast, because these are the cases which you have to do into your module also. I'll give you some homework also later on the basis of these. So do it fast. Copy it in a proper way. A query has come from Muhammad, but Muhammad, सर ये इक्वेशन था वो अमाउंट, प्लीज राइट इन इंग्लिश प्रॉपरली बिकॉज ये हिंदी जो आप इंग्लिश में लिखते हो ना, ये पढ़नी बड़ी मुश्किल है, इसमें समझ कम लगता है। सर ये इक्वेशन था वो अमाउंट ऑफ क्लेम से फाइंड करे करा था ना सर, ये मुझे नहीं समझ लगी बात बेटा। प्लीज रिपीट इट इन इंग्लिश प्रॉपरली। इफ स्टॉक डिस्ट्रॉयड टू टाइम्स इन a year, in first time 10 lakh and another time 5 lakh, then there's no worry at all. Whenever stock will destroy, you will have to do all this working at that time. There's no relationship of first destroy of stock with the second destroy of stock. First event of loss and the second event of loss has no impact on each other. Whenever stock will destroy, do the same working again and again. Nothing will be reduced, nothing will be increased in this case. Okay, I noted it. Good, very good. So I think all students have noted it down. Now coming to the module part, students are saying me to download the latest module. Doesn't matter, I'll do it for you so that you should be satisfied. But otherwise, it is not required to me because I know it very well that everything is okay. जब हम पढ़ते थे ना, तब ये मॉड्यूल एक ऐसी चिड़िया का नाम होता था जो किसी को मिलती नहीं थी। आईसीआई की तरफ से मॉड्यूल भेजे जाते थे कि नहीं भेजे थे ये तो आज तक पता नहीं लग पाया। एक्सपेक्टिंग दे आर सेंडिंग इट, बट मिलता रेयर था। जिसको मिल जाता था वो भाग्यशाली बंदा होता था। A person who will get that module in the past is assumed as a lucky person because no one is getting that module at that time. Now at time this is available to you in soft copy even. So this is a good thing for you and a lucky thing for everyone because now all of you are lucky. Yeah, it is similar with whatever I have with me. It is just a way of presentation which has been which you are not understanding because whatever way of presentation I am giving you, that is somehow different because that is for the purpose of understanding in a conceptual way. So you need not to worry. Whatever we are discussing is that is everything is okay. You need not to worry. Let's do this case study. Yeah. Do this question. First, explain it again shortly. Beta, I'll explain it in this question once again, okay? How you used to study, sir, in those days. Beta, every study is to be done on personal basis. No help is available at that time because there's no teacher in the market available, market who is available for CA coaching. So you have to go for self-study only. And this is grace of God that students are clearing, number of students, as I am, who have cleared CA inter. Maybe it was both the groups. Yes, both the groups in single attempt. Maybe I don't remember exactly now because it is too old. I have cleared it in maybe 19, maybe 99 or 2000 like that. So with flying colors, obviously. So that is all self-study. You have to arrange books from the market. You have to arrange notes from the market, and you have to practice yourself. If anything is not clear, you will have to get help of your friends only, and maybe those are also not helpful to you. But I am teaching in that at that time also, so there's no worry to me because the concepts are normally clear to me. So that is thanks to the teaching system. Now, stock as on the date of fire is 60,000. Amount of policy for the loss of stock is 15,000. Salvage stock is 50,000. And loss of stock is 10,000. Find out claim which shall be paid by the insurance company. So here actual loss is 10,000 only, because stock as on the date of fire is 60,000 with me, 50,000 is lost. Now how much claim I'll get? Now try to understand the concept of average close. Average close concept is very simple. It tells us that if total goods are lost, if total goods means goods worth rupees 60,000 lost, then claim is equal to 15,000, because the policy amount is 15,000 in this case. If only stock worth rupees 1 is lost, then how much will be your claim? 15,000 divided by 60,000. If stock worth rupees 10,000 is lost, as in the given case, then claim is equal to 15,000 divided by 60,000 into 10,000. So this is 2,500. This is the right answer. And Abdul comes first. Kanchan comes second. Pranav comes third. Pinky, Vishwesh, Pinky, Karthik, Alok, all are right. Priyanka, 10,000 will be recovered from policy. Wrong. 2,500 is okay. Now we have to go for the formula also. So what is the formula? Let's note it down. Average close formula. Loss of stock is equal to, claim is equal to amount of policy divided by total stock as on the date of fire into actual value of stock lost. So this is the formula which you may note it down now, because I have given you the concept. Now I am just giving you the formula accordingly. This formula is based on this concept of unitary method. Unitary method, which is used everywhere in your life. If you will see, if you will work everywhere, anywhere in the life, this formula is used. So this formula is always a beneficial formula which you have to understand. Due to that reason, I have helped you to learn this. This is also applicable in CA Foundation Consignment chapter. This is also applicable in many other chapters which you have studied in the past. Amount of policy divided by total stock as on the date of fire into actual value of stock lost. Please note it down. So we'll go forward. Noted? I would like to cover one or two more points. Then I'll come. Stock as on the date of loss, amount of policy, stock salvaged. Salvaged means saved, scrapped, one and the same thing. Now case number one. Once again, this is fifth case I can say even because four cases are already done by us. Stock as on the date of loss is 40 lakhs. Amount of policy is 35 lakhs. Stock salvage is 8 lakhs. Get the amount of claim. Get the amount of claim fast. बेटा इसमें समझ लग जाएगा ये जो मैं आपको करवा रहा हूं ना ज्योति यू नीड नॉट टू वरी अभी आपको समय लगने वाला है देखो स्टॉक जो है एज ऑन द डेट ऑफ लॉस मेरे पास 40 लाख का है 35 लाख की पॉलिसी का अमाउंट है बचा जो स्टॉक वो 8 लाख का है तो पहले तो आप निकालो एक्चुअल लॉस इज 40 लाख माइनस 8 लाख 32 lakhs ओके उसके बाद आपने क्या करना है देन यू हैव टू यूज चेक इट आउट देन यू हैव टू चेक amount of policy is greater than or less than is greater than or less than actual loss is greater than or less than stock on the date of hire हर एक चीज में ना एक कंसेप्ट होता है जिसको समझना जरूरी होता है तो यहां पर बात आ रही है स्टॉक एज ऑन द डेट ऑफ फायर की आप लोग कंफ्यूज किसके साथ हो रहे हो एक्चुअल लॉस के साथ एक्चुअल लॉस के साथ कंफ्यूज नहीं होना आपने आपने अमाउंट ऑफ पॉलिसी को कंपेयर करना है स्टॉक एज ऑन द डेट ऑफ फायर के साथ बोलो एक बार मुंह से बोलो अमाउंट ऑफ पॉलिसी को कंपेयर करना है हमने स्टॉक एज ऑन द डेट ऑफ फायर के साथ you will have to compare amount of policy with the stock as on the date of fire not with the actual loss appearing with us not of, with the actual loss suffered by you so actual loss के साथ कुछ नहीं करने वाले हम if amount of policy is greater than or equal to stock as on the date of fire then full claim of actual loss will be received not the then full claim of actual loss will be recovered then claim कितना होगा आपका क्लेम आपको पूरा मिलेगा कितना मिलेगा जितना आपका लॉस हुआ नोट दी स्टॉक जब क्लेम की बात आएगी क्लेम जो मिलनी है अमाउंट वो तो मिलेगी आपको जो टोटल आपका लॉस हुआ नोट दी स्टॉक जो आपके पास पड़ा था बट जब बात करेंगे हम लोग कंपैरिजन की कंपैरिजन किसी और चीज का होना है अमाउंट कोई और मिलनी है तो इस चीज को पहले तो ध्यान से नोट कर लो अपने पास समझ लो कि अमाउंट ऑफ पॉलिसी जो है उसका कंपैरिजन स्टॉक से होने वाला है और स्टॉक से होने के बाद आपने उसको करना क्या है जो क्लेम करना है वो क्लेम क्या करना है जो एक्चुअल लॉस हुआ है आपका अब दूसरा अपने आप लिख के बताओ मुझे क्या करेंगे if amount of policy is less than stock as on the date of fire then what we will get then claim is equal to then claim is equal to yeah claim will be calculated we can say then claim will be calculated with then claim will be calculated with average close. Then claim will not be calculated by any other mode. Then claim will be calculated with average close if nothing is mentioned. If he says here average close will not be used, then it is a separate case. फिर तो चलो जो वो कहता है वैसे कर लेंगे, लेकिन अगर उसने नहीं कहा कुछ तो हम लोग एवरेज क्लोज बनाएंगे. मीनिंग के लिए, अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज without average close problem in the same page and average close problem. Beta, don't go for the module in with such seriousness. It will be a problem. जब तक मैं करवा रहा हूं आप प्लीज मॉड्यूल को मत देखिए ताकि मैं आपकी हेल्प कर पाऊं. ओके, आई विल कम टू यू, डोंट वरी. इफ अमाउंट ऑफ पॉलिसी, देखो ये तो मैंने आपको करवा भी दिया ऑलरेडी, वी हैव डन इट. इन द गिवन केस व्हाट वी विल डू, it will be with an average close, because here what happened, amount of policy is less than the stock as on the date of fire, because you see that the amount of policy is 35 lakh whereas stock as on the date of fire is 40 lakhs. So compare these two. This is on the lower side this time, so stock as on the date of fire is higher than amount of policy. So what you have to do, you have to use average close. When average close method is used, the formula is very simple. You'll have to go for amount of policy, that is 35 lakhs, divided by stock as on the date of loss, that is 40 lakhs, multiply actual loss, that is 32 lakhs. So this will be your answer. That's it. It's 28 lakh. So the answer is 28 lakh in this case. Good answer is sent by many students. Some have sent correct, some have sent wrong, but I think it should be clear to everyone now. 28 lakhs. Any doubt to anyone? Please tell me. Now tell me if it is not clear to you. Chandan Kumar 13.5 lakh. I don't know from here you have calculated beta 13.5 lakh, 15 lakh Chandan Kumar. ये भी आपने तो कई आंसर भेज दिए मुझे. Example number 5. Good. 18 lakh चंदन कुमार, आप कई आंसर भेज रहे हो, देखो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. Average close is more logical. No doubts. But those who have doubts, first send them. First send them. They must send me first, then I'll go for the next. Those who have doubt may do one thing. They may go for these cases. So in the first case, I have already discussed with you that if your stock as on the date of loss is 20 lakh and the policy amount is 25 lakh. Third thing is also very important. That is how much is the actual loss. If actual loss is of 20 lakhs, then obviously that will also be a point of consideration. But here, what we have to see first, we have to see what is the policy amount, what is the amount of stock. If policy amount is greater than the amount of stock, then obviously we will recover the complete loss. These are for comparison with each other. These two are for comparison with each other. And this is for the calculation of claim. So claim will be 20 lakh in this case. Then we have gone for the second case. It is 20 lakh rupees stock. 25 lakh is the policy amount. Again, policy amount is greater than the amount of stock lying with us as on the date of sale. So there's no worry, there's no problem. We will get full claim of the actual loss. We will not get this one. We will get this one. Then third case is there when 20 lakh is the amount of stock, 18 lakh is the amount of actual loss, 15 lakh is the amount of policy. Now policy amount is less than the amount of stock lying with us as on the date of fire. So what we have done, we have used average clause, which is to be just remembered by you. अगर आपको ये नहीं समझ लग रहा, मैंने तो ये समझाने की कोशिश करी है, नहीं लग रहा तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. अमाउंट ऑफ पॉलिसी 15 लाख डिवाइड बाय स्टॉक, मल्टीप्लाई करना है. यू हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई इट विद 18 lakh, that is the actual loss as on the date of fire. You will get an answer of rupees 15 lakh in this case. Sorry, 13.5 lakh in this case. That you have to done already, that you have already done 15 by 20 into 18, it is 13.5 lakh. Is that clear, beta? So next point is there. You have to understand this summary chart, whatever is given in your module. This is in case of under insurance. What is insurance? What is under insurance? What is over insurance? That is normally clear to every student. If the policy amount, the amount for which policy is taken, covers the stock as on the date of fire, covers the full value of stock as on the date of fire, this is full insurance. And if it is not fully insured, it is partially insured or it is under insurance, that means for the stock is more than the amount of policy as on the date of fire. The comparison will be made only as on the date of fire, not any other day. Let it be very much clear. Any other day, there may be a chance that the stock is higher or lower. That is not a point of consideration. The point of consideration is only one, that when the stock is destroyed, on that date, how much stock is lying with us as in the godown. Okay, so total loss can be claimed. If all goods are destroyed, obviously we will get the complete policy amount. If complete goods are destroyed, that case is already done by you. If partial loss is there, then without an average clause method is there, then actual loss or sum insured, whichever is lower. This is also just like the restricted to the policy amount. This may be there if it is specifically mentioned in the question that we need not to use average clause in this case and partial loss is there. In that case, you will get the actual loss amount, like in the case when your total goods are lost. It will be of similar sense. But if average clause is mentioned or if nothing is mentioned, then even then we have to use average clause. So this is a case which is normally applicable, which is normally working. This case is not normally working because this is not beneficial for the company. So company is not preferring this one. This is the rarest case. And this you have already done. This case meant for what? That stock as on the date of fire is 18 lakhs. Or you may go for the case which you have already done. Stock as on the date of fire is 20 lakhs. Policy amount is 15 lakh. Actual loss is 18 lakhs. So in that case, average clause method is not to be used. So actual loss will be recovered up to the amount of policy. So you will get claim of 15 lakhs without using average clause. If actual loss is 14 lakhs, then obviously you will get 14 lakh, not the 15 lakh. Because total goods are not destroyed. The actual loss is less than the amount of policy. And we can't get more than the amount of loss. So this is a simple case. This is not normally coming into the exam. Case number 3 and 4, in both cases, amount of policy is less than amount of goods. So why different solution? In case number 4th, actual loss is 20 lakh, not 18 lakh. This is a problem. If you will see, actual loss is 20 lakhs. So if actual loss is 20 lakh, then what will happen? You will use average close, there's no problem like this. But answer will be different now automatically because actual loss is more than the amount of uh, actual loss is more than the amount of loss in case number 3. In case number 3, actual loss is 18 lakh. In case number 4, beta, actual loss is 20 lakh. So this is the difference between case number 3 and 4 only. You need not to worry. Whenever there is a partial loss, you may use average close. If amount of policy is less than the amount of stock lying with us as on the date of hire, that's it. It's not such typical. Whatever you are assuming in your mind, whatever you are presuming into your mind, it is not typical as like that. It is a very simple case. You need not to worry. I think this is also clear to everyone. Okay. So we'll meet after the break of 10 minutes. So we may go for a break. Welcome back after the break. So, we have already discussed how to calculate the claim in our stock. The next point, which is very important, is regarding the calculation of stock as on the date of fire. Because normally, what happened when the loss occurs, when this date of on the date of loss, there's a big problem that number of times our books are also destroyed, our stock records are also destroyed. It is not possible that we may lose our stock, but stock record is saved. It may also be a chance that the stock records are also destroyed because it may be in some computer or it may be in some other way. So now at time there are a number of other options also available. A number of other options are also available with which we can recover our stock. There's no problem. But even then, if it is possible, then it's good. But if it is not possible to have our stock records available with us, then how to get that stock as on the date of fire? That is also a method to be considered. So that has been divided into two parts now. First part is where the stock records are maintained and such records are not destroyed by fire. The value of stock as on the date of fire can be easily arrived at. That we have already done. Like we know it very well that how much stock is lying with us as on the date of fire. We can easily do it. We can easily calculate the claim. There's no problem. But the second case is there when the stock records are not available. The question which will come into your exam will be from this. That will cover two concepts. One is average close concept, which we have already discussed. Second is when stock records are not available. So let's understand these concepts because these are the most important. The more maximum question will be of these concepts only. The value of stock as on the date of fire has to be estimated. Then we can't get the actual value of stock. We can make an estimated value of stock. We can calculate estimated value of stock. So how to calculate that estimated value of stock? That is on the basis of some particular information. Now, which information is available with us? Let's try to understand that concept. Now, see, my dear students, one thing is very important that you should have the conceptual knowledge of each and everything. So, what is the conceptual knowledge in this case? Now, a fire occurred in a business and the stock is destroyed. Now, how that person will recover his data? First method. He may go for the software companies whomsoever are available, whose software is used by them. He will approach those companies. They will help him in generating that data. There may be a chance. Second thing, they are not able to get data from software companies, then what they will do? They will approach their CA, chartered accountant, to help him to get that data. How? We know it very well that now at time GST is applicable in India. In GST, what we are doing, whatever purchases we are making, that record is available in GST returns, which has been filed by the chartered accountant. Whatever sales made by us, that is also available in our GST returns. For this, separate returns are there. This knowledge must be with you later on when you will do the practical trainings, when you will go for the training under chartered accountants. You should have to understand this thing. So purchases and sales up to a particular date is available with the GST portals. There's no problem at all. Purchases which are made by us, but whose data is lodged by our creditors, our suppliers. Those who are supplying goods are uploading that data of their sale on the GST portal. So that will be our purchase. In the same way, we people are, means a businessman will have to upload his sales data every month, and this return is filed on monthly basis. So obviously data is available on monthly basis. There is no problem. If fire occur on 16th of July then the data up to 30th of June will be available. There may be a chance. So these are the actual facts what I am telling you. But in addition to that, we can do one more thing. Third method, which is normally coming to the mind of people, that they will go for their creditors, their debtors. From them, they will demand statement of accounts. Statement of accounts, with which they can easily understand that how much sale is made by them or how much purchases are made by them with those creditors and debtors. So credit purchases and sales details can be easily generated at any point of time. Regular purchasers and regular supplier details and regular uh, customer details are regular customers details are also generated. There's no problem. Means a person who is dealing with us is our regular customer. So कोई problem नहीं है. We can get details from him. Regular supplier is there. We can get detail from him. There's no worry. So, but in case of cash sale and purchases, there's a problem. So this method is not helpful in case of cash purchases and cash sales where customers are not regular customers. Retail customers are there. So in that case, it will be difficult. So by hook or crook, we will generate our purchases and sales because without which we can't proceed. So that is our basic requirement that you have to arrange. Now we have arranged our purchases, we have arranged our sales for the period. For the period, which period? Now, fire has been occurred on 16th of July. So we need it from 1st of April to 16th of July. Or you can say 15th of July. Okay, 1st April to the date of fire. That is last closing date to the date of fire. That we can easily get it. There's no problem at all, beta. ये मैंने मेथड्स बताए. इन मेथड्स के थ्रू आप निकाल सकते हो. पहला मेथड आप सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी को अप्रोच कर रहे हो, जैसे टेली कंपनी है. अब टेली कंपनी को आपने अप्रोच किया, टेली कंपनी ने आपको हेल्प कर दिया. वो आपको बता रहे हैं कि कैसे आपने डाटा जनरेट करना है. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, वी विल हेल्प यू. तो इट्स एन इजी टास्क, इट्स नॉट ए बिग इशू फॉर यू. बट अगर वो हेल्प नहीं करते तो सेकंड मेथड है कि आप चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट या अकाउंटेंट से अप्रोच करोगे. दे विल हेल्प यू. वो आपको परचेज या सेल जो आप उन्होंने रिटर्न्स फाइल करी है वहां से डाटा निकाल के दे देंगे. उसके बाद आपके रेगुलर डेटर्स या रेगुलर क्रेडिटर्स है वहां से भी आपको डाटा मिल जाएगा. So this way or that way आप data generate करोगे और finally you will get your purchases and sales for the period, whatever period is there for which we have to do this working. Vehicle insurance, Kavita, we will do later. That is not in our syllabus, but I'll guide you to a minor extent. That is not as part of the syllabus. So that is all about practical things. So that is not a part of our syllabus. Now, opening stock is required. Now, what is required? So let's understand what is required to calculate the stock as on the date of hire. What means for the stock as on the date of fire? Now, tell me one thing. This is the date of fire. So, stock as on the date of fire, that is 16th of July, will be named as which stock? And stock as on the date of 1st of April will be named as which stock? क्या नाम होता है इन स्टॉक्स का? Stock comes in which account? Where stock is entered? If we'll prepare trading count, we all know that the trading count is the account which is to be prepared for stocks, for purchases, for sales, because the trading count is the only account where stock is entered. Except this, we are entering it in the balance sheet only. That's it. So trading count is the right name for this. We have to go for it. That we need a trading count, but in that this stock will be named as which stock and this stock will be named as which stock, beta? इनका नाम क्या होगा? ये stocks का क्या नाम है? These are named as opening stock because stock as on the date of opening is called opening stock. Stock as on the date of closing is named as closing stock. So the stock as on the date of hire is also named as closing stock. Okay, okay, my dear. Now, to prepare trading count, what do we need? In trading count, what we are recording? If I tell you in simple words, then in trading count we are recording opening stock, purchases for a particular period, direct expenses, sales, and closing stock. So we have already discussed that purchases we can get, sales we can get. There's no problem at all. There are various ways, so that will be given in the question. Now, opening stock, from where we will get opening stock? From where we will get opening stock, beta? Answer should be fast and frequent. जल्दी जल्दी आंसर दो फटाफट. आप लोगों को ओपनिंग स्टॉक कहां से मिलेगा? वेटिंग फॉर योर आंसर्स. फटाफट लिखो आंसर सोच समझ के कि ओपनिंग स्टॉक आपको कहां से मिलेगा. You will get opening stock from last year balance sheet, because last year balance sheet includes closing stock of that particular year, which will be the opening stock for the next year. For 1st of April, we need balance sheet of 31st of March 2022. So balance sheet of 31st of March 2022 will give us the opening stock for the next period. So that is available with us, because balance sheet is always available with the chartered accountant, with the income tax portal, or with the GST रिटर्न फाइलर. कहीं ना कहीं आपको मिल जाएगी. अपनी बैलेंस शीट तो हमारे पास होगी पिछली. तो बैलेंस शीट से हम क्या करेंगे? बैलेंस शीट से हम लोग स्टॉक उठा लेंगे. Now talking about direct expenses. Direct expenses we can easily get. There's no problem at all. If it is possible. If it is not possible, we will leave it. So this is not a point of consider too much consideration. इसको हम लोग कंसिडर नहीं करते इसमें ज्यादा, क्योंकि ये नॉर्मली क्वेश्चन में नहीं आता. Talking about closing stock, that can't be available. ये तो हमें निकालना है. Not available. ये तो हमारे पास हो ही नहीं सकता. Now two things are missing. Closing stock is missing. GP is missing. So we have to find GP from somewhere. So GP is always based on GP rate. That is known to every student. And normally GP rate is pre-decided rate by the companies. They're always making it pre-planned that this much GP is to be charged by earned by us. And this GP rate we can easily find from on the basis of GP rate of last year. If GP rate of last year is available with us, we may assume that the GP rate of current year will also be same with that. Or we may assume that this year we have planned to increase our GP rate, or we have planned to decrease our GP rate. So this is normally pre-planned, because if I am a businessman, I must plan that how much percentage of gross profit I have to earn on my sale. So GP rate is normally available with us. So this will be taken from the last year. If nothing is mentioned, we have to take it from the last year. We will have to assume that it will be equivalent to the GP rate of last year. If some changes are given to us, then that will be done. So GP rate of last year plus minus adjustment. If any plan, any adjustment. So if we will enter GP rate here, purchases or direct expenses here, opening stock here, sales here, then obviously this closing stock will come as a balance sheet figure. Then this closing stock will come as a balance sheet figure, beta. Because we know it very well. But in that case, trading account, which we are preparing, whose motive is to calculate the GP only, its name will also be changed. Its name will be Memorandum Trading Account. Because this is not prepared for the purpose for which it is prepared in routine. In routine, we are preparing, the real purpose of it is to calculate our GP. But this time we are not preparing it for GP, so its name will be named as Memorandum Trading Account. Memorandum word is added with those which are to be used for some other purpose rather than the purpose for which it is prepared in routine. That is just for the purpose of making some calculation, not for the final purpose. So we'll name it as a memorandum trading. I think this is clear to everyone. Note it down, whatever is given here. So here it is given in your module how to calculate the loss of stock. That is already discussed, that if total goods are worth rupees 40,000 as on the date of fire, out of which goods worth rupees 8,000 are saved, then actual loss will be 32,000. That we can easily calculate. And in number of cases, there may be a point that value of salvage stock needs some repair, needs some reconditioning. In that case, what we can do, we can incur some expenses on it. Like if the goods worth rupees 10,000 are saved, but we think that it needs expenses worth rupees 2,000 for its reconditioning, then its cost will be 12,000 to us. And we can get profit or loss on this sale by reducing sale from it. This can also be done. Whatever profit or loss we have incurred on its sale, that will be reduced from here. That can be done. There's no problem at all. It is nothing technical. Why the stock is not available? Because fire has occurred. We doesn't know how much stock is available as on that date in our godown. If we have our stock register with us, if we have our software with us, then there's no problem. In that, stock will be available with us. But in case stock is not available with us, we have to go for these calculations. So this chapter belongs to the concept when data is not available, when stock is not available with us. So this is the question. This is the question which will come into your exam, that the information is not available, that the stock is not available as on the date of fire. तभी तो हम लोग ये क्वेश्चन चैप्टर करेंगे. अगर ये अवेलेबल हो गया तो चैप्टर खत्म हो गया. ठीक है. So yes, in this chapter we have to do this thing only. Now one more thing which is also very important. Yes, one more concept which you have to cover. Now this concept is regarding some abnormal goods. Now this is not regarding the concept of fire. This is something different. I'm a businessman purchasing shirts to sell. Obviously, this is my trading business. Now, in routine, I am purchasing shirts and selling it, purchasing shirts and selling it. Once a time it happened, I have purchased 100 shirts worth rupees 15,000. Now, what has happened? These shirts are not of that quality or not of that design, whatever is required in the market. And the and my supplier has already mentioned me that they will not get it back. There's no chance of returning those goods because I have taken it on this condition only. So I have purchased these 100 shirts, but these 100 shirts can't be sold at rupees 15,000 because these are not of that quality, these are not of that trend, whatever is there in the market. Maybe trend is changed, maybe some other reasons are there. So these goods either can't be sold. If these can't be sold, this is purely of sale value is equal to zero. Or these can be sold at a lower value. That is, we can sell it, there's no problem, but we can sell it, sale value, expected sale value, we can say, is equal to 6,000 only. Means we will suffer a loss of 15,000 minus 6, that is 9,000. If I'll sell those goods, I'll suffer a loss of rupees 9,000 in that. So there may be such type of goods also. These goods are called abnormal goods. Abnormal goods meant for those goods which cannot give us profit which cannot be sold at routine selling price ऐसे कहते हैं, which cannot be sold at routine selling price or with routine GP. Instead, at a lower sale price or GP. At a lower sale price or lower GP. So you may note it down. Is that clear? So in this case, there may be some technical issues which we have to study in this case. From the following information, ascertain the value of stock as on 31st of March 2012. So this is a simple question that we have to calculate stock as on 31st of March 2012. Now, 1st of April 2012, opening stock is given to you, purchases, manufacturing expenses, direct expenses are given to you, selling expenses, which is not a direct expense, as we all know. Administrative and financial expenses, we all know these are not direct expenses. Note it down with you that these are not direct, these are indirect expenses. And all we know that indirect expenses will never go to your trading account, it will go to P&L account. So accordingly, these will not become part of your trading account. And then sale is given to you. This is for the full year. Now something new is there. At the time of valuing stock as on 31st of March 2011. So which date is this? See, here it is. We have a stock as on 1st of April 2011. So that means for this is the opening date. And he is talking about the stock as on this date only. So in our opening stock, he is talking about you with you. This is only regarding your opening stock. At the time of valuing stock as on 31st of March, a sum of rupees 3,500 was written off on a particular item which was originally purchased for rupees 10,000 and was sold during this year. This year. The year ka matlab this year. For rupees 9,000. So let's first leave this line and wali. And wali line chhod do. Leave the line and onwards. Just read this line. He says at the time of valuing stock as on 31st of March, a sum of rupees 3,500 was written off on a particular item which was originally purchased for rupees 10,000. He says we have purchased goods worth rupees 10,000 during 2010-11 in the previous year, in the last year. हमने पिछले साल लास्ट ईयर में 10,000 रुपए की गुड्स परचेज करी. अब वो इस साल उसका क्या हुआ, दैट इज नॉट ए पॉइंट ऑफ कंसिडरेशन, विल डिस्कस इट लेटर. उसका इस साल क्या किया गया उसके बारे में कोई लेना देना नहीं है. अब पॉइंट आया कि उसने ये लिखा है कि उसमें से 3,500 रुपीज रिटर्न ऑफ किए. इट 3,500 has been written off out of it. Means these goods are not taken into books for rupees 10,000. Written off का मतलब क्या होता है? What means for written off? Written off means for reduced. So the goods worth rupees 10,000 are reduced by written off by 3,500. So these are taken into the books for rupees 6,500. These are recorded in the books for rupees 6,500. इसको किताबों में कितने का रिकॉर्ड किया गया? 6,500 का बेटा. So these goods are worth rupees 6,500 recorded in the books of account, not at 10,000 rupees. Why? There's a simple reason that these are not normal goods. These are called abnormal goods. These are called abnormal goods. So abnormal goods are there. Why these are abnormal? Because he has already mentioned, barring this transaction, the GP earned during the year was 20% of sales. He says, if we will leave this transaction means these goods, if we leave these goods, remaining goods are easily giving us a profit of 20% on sale. But this is not giving us. This is not giving us. This particular item is not giving us a profit of 20% on sale. Instead, this will give us a loss. Now, how much loss will be given by this transaction? We assume it that this will give us a loss of 35% in the last year. So last year मैंने सोचा, हुआ नहीं कुछ भी, मेरे पास गुड्स आई वो बिक नहीं रही. अब हुआ क्या, लास्ट ईयर मैंने गुड्स परचेज करी 10,000 की, कहानी समझ लो क्या है. अब 10,000 की गुड्स परचेज करी, गुड्स पड़ी है मेरे पास, बिक रही नहीं. मैं कस्टमर को दिखाता हूँ, वो कहता मैं तो लेता नहीं इसको. मैंने कहा भैया ये 12 की बेचनी है मैंने, क्योंकि 10,000 की गुड्स है, मैं 12 की सेल करना चाहता हूँ. आपको समझ लगी गई होगी. मैं इसमें 20% ऐड करके इसे 12,000 में सेल करना चाहता हूँ. बट ये 20% इस पे नहीं है. ये बेसिकली होगा जाके आपके, थोड़ा सा कैलकुलेशन ध्यान से करनी पड़ेगी, बिकॉज 20% इज ऑन सेल. तो ऑन सेल का मतलब हो गया 2,500 ऐड होगा इसमें. इट विल बी सोल्ड एट 12,500 एग्जैक्टली. तो इसका सेलिंग प्राइस मेरा जो था वो 12,500 कैसे आया बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे, इस पे टेंशन नहीं लेनी. मैं सोचता था कि इसको मैं 12,500 में सेल करता हूँ, 12,500 में सेल करूँ. अब 12,500 में सेल हो नहीं रही, मैं कस्टमर को दिखा रहा हूँ, बट नॉट पॉसिबल. व्हाट आई हैव टू डू, करना क्या है मुझे उस केस में. अब मैंने साल के एंड में, एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर, आई assume that these goods can't be sold for rupees 12,500. That is at my routine selling price. Instead, it will be sold at a lower side. It will be sold near or here to 6,500. That I have presumed. मैंने मन में एक assumption ली, अपने हिसाब से चेक किया कि ये गुड्स 10,000 में सेल नहीं होने वाली भैया, 12,500 में सेल नहीं होने वाली, ये तो जाके 6,500 रुपीज में सेल होगी. इस चीज को मन में रखते हुए, इस चीज को माइंड में रखते हुए, मैंने उन गुड्स को, अपने स्टॉक को 3,500 से रिड्यूस कर दिया. उन गुड्स की जो वैल्यू वो 10,000 थी मेरी पास बुक्स में, बट मैंने 10,000 की नहीं ली. मैंने उसको रिड्यूस कर दिया. मैंने उसमें से 3,500 रुपीज राइट ऑफ कर दिए और 6,500 का उसे बुक्स में प्रिज्यूम कर लिया. क्या मतलब है इसका, ये समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. Just like these goods, which are shirts, which have been purchased by us for rupees 15,000. But when we have checked into the market, it can be sold only for rupees 9,000. Even it is not yet sold. But as on the closing date, what is the rule? Closing stock is valued at cost or NRV lower of 2. Closing stock is always valued at cost or net realizable value, whichever is less. This is given in ES2, and that you have already done, I assume. You have already done accounting standards or not, beta? This has also been done by you in inventory valuation, CA foundation. So, what is the meaning of NRV? You may presume that it is equivalent to market value, but otherwise we know it very well. This means for market value minus expenses on sale of those goods. So we can just assume in our mind then market value, that closing stock is valued at cost or market value, whichever is less. Whenever we have to value our closing stock on 31st of March, we have to check that what is its market value. Its cost price is 1 crore. Market value is 1.2 crores. Then there is no problem, beta. then there is no problem beta. Then it will be taken in the books at rupees 1 crore. But if we have checked that the goods worth rupees 1 crore having a lower market value, that is 80 lakh rupees, then we have to value our closing stock at 80 lakh, means we have to write off 20 lakh out of it. अगर हमारा जो क्लोजिंग स्टॉक है उसकी जो कॉस्ट प्राइस है और जो मार्केट वैल्यू है, दो चीजें होती हैं. उसकी कॉस्ट प्राइस है 1 करोड़, मार्केट वैल्यू है 1.2 करोड़. तो क्लोजिंग स्टॉक बुक्स में बैलेंस शीट में किस वैल्यू पे लेंगे? 1 करोड़ का. और अगर इसकी वैल्यू है 1 करोड़ और यहाँ है 80 लाख रुपए मार्केट वैल्यू, तो बुक्स में कितने का लेंगे? 80 लाख. रिड्यूस कर देंगे 20 लाख से. तो जो डिफरेंस आया 20 लाख का, वो क्या है? रिटर्न ऑफ. बिकॉज एनी अमाउंट entered as a loss, expense, profit, loss or expense in P&L account, written off to P&L account, profit or loss account, or assumed as a loss, whatever you can say, this will be written off. This will be entered in the debit side of P&L account. So 20 lakh will be written off, and the stock will be entered in the books at rupees 80 lakh. Means 20 lakh will be assumed as our loss. We will reduce the value with that amount. This is the concept of closing stock. So here also the same thing is there. In the given case, he says that the stock is worth rupees 28,500 with us. Stock is worth rupees 28,500 with us. Out of which this stock was not 28,500. This is 28,500 after writing off how much amount? He says 3,500 has been written off out of it. After writing off 3,500, that meant for this stock was worth rupees 32,000, in which there are two types of goods. One is the abnormal goods. What means for abnormal goods? These are goods worth rupees 10,000, which can't be sold at its normal selling price. And one are the normal goods. That is, remaining goods are normal, obviously, because those can't be sold easily at their market value. So how much is the remaining? 32,000 minus 10,000. So this is 22,000. So 22,000 worth of goods are normal goods. 10,000 worth of goods were abnormal goods, because market value, I have checked the market value. Market value of these goods is only 6,500. How it gets? How I get it from here? How I get it? 10,000 minus 3,500, because he has written off 3,500. That meant for its market value is lower. How much was the market value? Its market value was 6,500. Due to that reason, he have written off 3,500 rupees beta. And he have checked the market value of these goods. The market value of these goods is normal market value. That is with GP of 20% on sales. There's no problem. We have checked it from the market. So we have kept it at its cost, because closing stock will be valued at cost or market value, whichever is lower. So we have kept it at its cost. We have not make any changes to it. But these goods are reduced to its market value, because cost or market value, whichever is lower, will be taken into the consideration. So these goods are taken for rupees 6,500 only. That has been reduced by 3,500. That he want to tell you. पहले तो ये मीनिंग समझो कि मीनिंग समझ लगा, किया क्या उसने वो सारी बातें बात की. अब तक की सारी कैलकुलेशन समझ लगी, मीनिंग समझ लग गया. यस और नो, घबराना नहीं है. यस और नो जो है बोलो. नोट करो और पूछो. अभी आंसर नहीं आ रहे आपके? कोई बात नहीं, पहले नोट डाउन कर लो, फिर आंसर दो. समय लगा कि नहीं लगा? लगा तो यस, नहीं लगा तो नो. यहां तक का सारा समय लगना चाहिए. एक बार ये सारे कंसेप्ट समझ लग गए ना, फिर क्वेश्चन आप मिनटों में करोगे. यू विल डू क्वेश्चन विद इन मिनट्स. बहुत बच्चों का यस सर आया है और मुझे इससे देख के ही बड़ी खुशी हो रही है. आई एम रियली एनलाइटेंड टू सी यस सर. एनीवन हु इज नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंग्लिश और हिंदी मस्ट टेल मी. किसी को कोई दिक्कत आ रही है इंग्लिश में समझने में या हिंदी में समझने में, बता देना, मैं उसको एक बार रिपीट कर दूंगा इंग्लिश में या हिंदी में, जिसमें भी आपको लगेगा. नाउ एनीवन हु हैवंट अंडरस्टूड दिस, प्लीज सेंड नो. बिकॉज अभी तक देखो यस का तो बहुत मजा कर लिया मैंने, एंजॉय कर लिया. मुझे थोड़ा सा नो भी लिख के भेज दो अगर किसी को नहीं समझ लगा तो. मैं आपको इजीएस्ट मेथड दूंगा, घबराना नहीं है आपने. आप कंसेप्ट को समझोगे तो उसके बाद तो आप मिनटों में इसको कर लोगे. यू कैन डू इट इन वेरी इजीली once you will understand the concept, because I will give you the easiest method in the world. I will not go by the method given in ICA module. I will go by the method that is better known to me, which I will assume that it is easy for you. So I assume that everyone is clear on this method, clear in this case, because no one has said no. तो अच्छा लग रहा है, सुन के भी बढ़िया लग रहा है. So how to do this question? Let's understand this with the easiest method, that is by preparing नो सर. आ गया अभी पिंकी का आ गया, हमारे नो सर आ गया. इंग्लिश इज ऑलवेज ओके. ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड वंस मोर. पिंकी, वेदर इट इज बेटर फॉर यू इन इंग्लिश और हिंदी? सो देखो भी एक बार इसको मैं हिंदी में दोबारा समझा देता हूँ कि देखो हमारे पास 28,500 का स्टॉक है. ओके, तो 28,500 का जो स्टॉक है ये आया कैसे? वो कह रहा है कि इसमें से 3,500 ऑलरेडी मैंने राइट ऑफ किया हुआ है. 3,500 मैंने राइट ऑफ किया हुआ है. तो 3,500 रुपीज मैंने एड बैक कर दिया, तो मेरे पास ओरिजिनल स्टॉक आ गया. मीन्स इसका ओरिजिनल स्टॉक कितना था? 3,500 ऐड करने के बाद जो आया 32,000, क्योंकि ये तो रिटर्न ऑफ किया हुआ, ये तो माइनस किया हुआ इसमें से. अब इसमें से 32,000 में से एबनॉर्मल गुड्स कितनी है ये लिखा हुआ है सारा कुछ. जस्ट रीड इट. एट द टाइम ऑफ वैल्यूइंग स्टॉक 3,500 वाज रिटर्न ऑफ. ओके, रिटर्न ऑफ मींस दिस 28,500 इज आफ्टर रिड्यूसिंग 3,500. आफ्टर रिड्यूसिंग, so before reducing it was 32,000 beta, which was originally purchased for rupees 10,000. मींस इसकी ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट कितनी है? 10,000. अगर इसकी ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट 10,000 तो बैलेंस कितने का हो गया? 22 का. प्रॉब्लम सिर्फ इसकी है और किसी की है नहीं. ये बात मैंने आपको समझाने की कोशिश करी और कुछ नहीं मैंने समझाया अब तक आप. सो स्वाति, आई वुड लाइक टू एक्सप्लेन फॉर यू इन इंग्लिश नाउ, and all the others who doesn't give answers in a proper way, that at the time of valuing stock as on 31st of March, that is the stock of 28,500 is after writing off 3,500. A sum of 3,500 was written off. Was meant for it has already been written off. So it meant for before writing off how much was the value? The value was 28,500 plus 3,500. But it was 32,000. Writing off means reducing. Writing off means reducing, minus. So this has been deducted. So I'll add it back to get the original value. Original value is 32,000. Now out of this, 10,000 worth of goods were abnormal because he says these were originally purchased for rupees 10,000. So this means for the value of these goods who have been written off by rupees 3,500 is only rupees 10,000 beta. So balance goods worth rupees 22,000 are of normal value. Is that okay? Now is that okay? That I have let you understood only. Nothing else. I think this is clear to every student. Now let's do this question. Now doing this question is very easy. मजा आ जाएगा आपको. What you have to calculate? Just tell me. What is interested you to calculate for him? Value of stock. I already mentioned you. If any account is prepared for some other purpose, then it will be named as memorandum account. So we'll write here memorandum trading account for the year 31st of March 2012. First, understand it, then I'll give you the time to note it down. Don't note it down with it. Now, performa bana lo. Make the performa, there's no problem. But don't do it with me. Normal, abnormal, particulars, normal, abnormal. Try to understand in a very simple way. First of all, what you have to do? Do opening stock. We know it very well that in our trading account, we are entering opening stock. We have already discussed the value of normal goods is 22,000 and the abnormal goods is 10,000. That is very well known to every student. There's no worry. I think two purchases, 1,52,500. That is given to you in the question. Manufacturing expenses 30,000. Manufacturing expenses, sales 2,49,000. Now, one thing is very important in this case. He says that these goods of rupees 10,000 were sold during the year for rupees 9,000. Already mentioned by him that the goods worth rupees 10,000, which were of normal goods, were sold for rupees 9,000. That means for this sale of rupees 2,49,000. This is not the sale of only. This is not the sale of only normal goods. It is the sale of normal and abnormal both. Is that clear? He says the sale worth rupees 2,49,000 includes two sales. One is the normal sale, second is the abnormal sale. So how much is the sale of abnormal goods? That is 9,000. That is already mentioned that during the year these goods are sold. Goods which were written off in the last year, assumed as abnormal in the last year, are sold during the year. Beta. If these are sold during the year, there is no worry. It means for sales include normal, and we have to bifurcate everything in normal and abnormal. So the normal sale is 2,09,000, then normal is 2,40,000 beta. So we will note it down here 2,40,000 and 9,000. Just for your knowledge, this is not required to be given in working note even. This is normally easy to understand. So no need of writing anything else. Then he has given you a GP rate. He already mentioned that if we leave this transaction of abnormal, our GP rate is 20% on sales. Means on these goods, we will not earn GP of 20% on sales, but on these goods, we will earn GP of 20% on sales to gross profit. That is 20% of 2,40,000. That is 48,000. Then he says these goods are sold in full. So how much is the gross loss in these goods? By gross loss. Obviously 1,000. So this account is closed. This line is closed. Now closing stock. What is the closing stock? That will be the balance sheet figure to be calculated by us. Get it how much it is, beta? Get it how much it is? ये प्लस माइनस में भी फर्क आता है, तो सभी ने प्लस माइनस करके नहीं भेजा। I think it is 12,500 because number of students have sent 12,500. One student have sent 17,500, which is you must have to check it out. It is 12,500. No? So this is your clothing stock, which we have calculated in this case. I think this is clear to every student. There's no worry for everyone. Anyone? Just tell me this method is easy or not. Whether this question is easy or not. Kavita, why gross loss? Beta, when we will sell goods, then there may be a profit or loss. Anything? There's no problem. So here there are two types of goods with us. One are they named as normal goods, just like if we have two types of goods, one are shirts and second is pants, and we are interested to calculate profit for shirts and pants separately, then it is up to our choice. No? We will keep these two goods separately. Even if easy, sir, easy, very good. Even if now understand one more concept. Chalo, ये question खत्म हो गया. This question is finished. Now understand one more thing in this question. If he'll tell you that we have purchased some more goods during the year which are abnormal. We have purchased some more goods during the year which are abnormal, which are worth rupees 6,000 included in our purchases. Included in our purchases. Then what we will do? We will reduce these goods from it. Treat it here because abnormal column is separate beta. So we will enter abnormal goods worth rupees 6,000 here and reduce our purchases beta by 6,000. That's it. If it happens, then we will do it by this way. Second thing, if he will sell you that we have not sold the full goods during the year, we have sold only the 50% of the goods for rupees 5,000 during the year. We have sold 50% of the goods, 50% of the abnormal goods during the year for rupees 4,500. Then what you will do? Then we will enter here 4,500. There's no problem. Then what you will do? How much will be the value of normal sale? In that case, there will be a closing stock also. And he will tell you the value of closing stock will be also 4,500 because balance of goods, balance of abnormal goods will be of same value. That means for these will be of 4,500 also. He may give here. So we will treat it as our closing stock. There's no problem. But in that case, one new thing will happen. In that case, stock as on the date of hire or our closing stock, value of closing stock we can say will be 12,500 plus 4,500. That's it. That I would like to tell you. 17,000. Because these both are closing stock, whether the goods are normal or abnormal. It is our stock. There's no problem. So closing stock meant for both the goods. Is that okay? I think this is clear to every student. Now coming to the case. चलो मजा आ रहा है? देखो आपको लग रहा है कि आपको कुछ समझ भी लग रहा है कि नहीं लग रहा है? आपको ना अभी तक ऐसा लग रहा होगा पता नहीं क्यों हम थोड़ा समझते जा रहे हैं। तो ये सारा इसलिए समझाया गया है ताकि आप लोग जब एग्जाम करो तो उसमें आपके लिए इजी हो जाए, जब हम फाइनल क्वेश्चंस करें तो इजी हो जाए। ये देखो कितना टेक्निकल सा है जो मॉड्यूल में गिवन है। सी हाउ given in module is somehow technical, but we have done it with a very simple method. Maybe that is clear to every student. They have given various methods, but I think the method given by me is much more easier than anyone else. So I always prefer that method. So coming to illustration number 2, beta. No, just a moment. That is the output. Yeah. Now come to illustration number 5. This is a good illustration, which is correlated with the given method, which we have already done. Illustration number 5. On 1st April, the stock of Shri Ramesh was destroyed by fire, but sufficient records were saved. He says all things happened on 1st of April. Very good date. मतलब फायर भी हुई, लॉस भी हुआ और बड़ी अच्छी डेट को हुआ, बिकॉज अब अकाउंटिंग में कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी. ऑन 1st of April the stock has been destroyed, records were saved, opening stock. No, 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 there is a problem because here 1st of April is the date of fire, but accounting year is 1st of January to 31st of December. So you have created some nuisance, created some technicality in this. There's no worry. So this is the 2002, 2022, you may say. X, you may assume anything. You may assume X as 1, you may assume X as 2. So let's assume X as 2 now. On 1st of April 2022, fire has occurred. But the information given, that is stock given for opening and closing stock, is given for the 2021. Opening stock, closing stock. Purchases are also given for the last year. Yet they have not come to the current year only. Now he says sales of the last year is also given. Purchases are given to you for the first 3 months. That is from the date of last closing date to the date of fire. Whatever is required to us, that is given to us. Sales are also given because these are required for the purpose of calculating closing stock of this year. For the period, that is because the fire has been occurred on 1st of April. So it means for we need data from the last closing date, that is 31st of December 2021, to the date of fire, that is 1st of April 2022. So that has been given here. 1st January 2021 to 31st of March 2022. Purchases and sales both are given to you. So these are the details for the period, for the year in which fire has occurred. So in valuing the stock, why the last year information is given to us, that we will discuss. Just wait, because we need these two informations, plus we need opening stock of this year. That's it. According to our opinion, we have discussed it already that to calculate yeah, in this page we have already discussed that stock as on the date of fire to be calculated by doing one thing. We need opening stock, we need purchases, we need direct expenses, we need sales, we need GP rate to get closing stock. Now opening stock is already given by him, that is stock closing stock of previous year, that is 31st December 2021 is given to us. Purchases for the 3 months are also given to us, that is from 1st January to 1st of April or 31st of March, whatever you can say. Direct expenses are not there, maybe if it is there, it will be given to you. Sales are given to you. But GP rate is not given in the question. So last year information is given for the purpose of calculating GP rate beta. Because if you will see, GP rate is not given in the question. So first of all, you have to go and calculate GP of last year. From that GP, you will get GP rate of last year, and that GP rate will be applied in the current year. पहले सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे, पिछले साल का अकाउंट्स बनाएंगे. क्यों बनाएंगे? क्योंकि हमें जीपी रेट चाहिए. हम लास्ट ईयर का जीपी रेट निकाल लेंगे, उसको लाके इस साल में अप्लाई करेंगे. मैंने बताया था कि जीपी रेट तो हमें लास्ट ईयर वाला लेना पड़ेगा, प्लस माइनस कोई एडजस्टमेंट तो करनी पड़ेगी. ये मैंने बताया हुआ आपको ऑलरेडी. जीपी रेट विल बी टेकन जीपी रेट ऑफ लास्ट ईयर प्लस एडजस्टमेंट इफ एनी. प्लस माइनस भी हो सकता है, इट मे बी प्लस और माइनस, एनीथिंग. So now second point, in valuing the goods for the balance sheet date on 31st of December, that is in the last year, 2300 has been written off of a certain item which was of a poor selling line. He says that these were some abnormal goods worth rupees 6900. The value of goods was rupees 6900, but they have been written off by rupees 2300. So to get the correct value of our last year closing stock. You have to add back rupees 2300 because this was the step which you have done. If you will see, here, what I have done in this case, I have added back rupees 3500 in that to calculate this stock. Because what I have done in this case, if you will see, the stock was given to me is 28,500. I have added back 3,500 in that to get the total value of 32,000, and then I have allocated it between these two, normal and abnormal. Do you remember? So in this case also he says 2300 has been written off. If 2300 is already written off, that means for this is to be added back to calculate the right stock for the goods whose value is 6,900. A portion of these goods were sold in the current year. That is the second point. We will discuss it later. This is sold in next year, that is in 2012. But first of all, we have to calculate right closing stock of previous year because we have to prepare last year trading count to calculate the GP rate. Let's understand why. The remainder of this stock was now estimated. We will discuss it later. यहाँ से लेकर और यहाँ तक. Don't read. No need of reading it. Leave that. Subject to the exception. Above exception means these abnormal goods. If you will leave these goods, we are earning a GP rate, uniform GP rate during the year. Means GP rate is uniform. That is last year GP rate and the current year GP rate is same and it is uniform. So this is also a point which is to be kept discussed in this year only. That stock has been saved, policy amount is this. We will discuss all later on. This moment. First of all, बेटा करना क्या है आप लोगों ने लास्ट ईयर का जो अकाउंट है वो बनाना है जीपी रेट के लिए. उसके लिए ओपनिंग स्टॉक गिवन है बेटा, परचेजेस गिवन है, स्टॉक गिवन है. मुझे लगता है आप लोग मेरे से पहले बना दोगे, मुझे तो आपकी स्पीड पे पूरा विश्वास है. ओपनिंग स्टॉक, परचेजेस और स्टॉक गिवन है, सेल्स भी गिवन है लास्ट ईयर की. तो मुझे लगता है मैं तो परफॉर्मा बनाता रह जाऊंगा, आप लोगों ने तो कर देना. वो इलस्ट्रेशन लिखी नहीं है, एक बार दिखा दो बेटा शॉर्ट. वो आप फिर ना ऐसा करना, बाद में स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेना, इसी वीडियो को दोबारा देख के स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेना, या अभी ले लो, मैं एक बार दिखा देता हूँ. ये लो, आप इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो. ये तो ज्योति साथ साथ लिखा करो, तभी तो मैं टाइम देता हूँ बेटा. अगर आप लिखोगे नहीं तो पीछे रह जाओगे मेरे से, क्योंकि जो कंसेप्ट मैं करवा रहा हूँ ये कंसेप्ट बाकियों से हटके होता है. तो अगर आप इसको लिखोगे नहीं तो मुश्किल आ जाएगी. इसको लिखा करो, अभी ना लिखो, अभी क्या करो, स्क्रीनशॉट लेके रख लो, बाद में आराम से बैठ के लिखना. टाइम नहीं है इतना. मुझे लगता है आपने स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया होगा. जिसने भी इसको नोट डाउन नहीं किया वो स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो. दोज हु हैव नॉट नोटेड इट डाउन, दिस इज व्हाट, दिस इज इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर. maybe it was 1 or something like that. What was the number? I don't know. Maybe it was 1, है ना? So you have to take a screenshot of it. चलो, let's do it. मुझे लगता है आप लोग कर चुके होंगे, मुझे तो करने की जरूरत नहीं है, फिर भी मैं कर देता हूँ आप लोगों के भले के लिए. ठीक है. तो मेमोरेंडम ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट बनाना ज्यादा बढ़िया नहीं बनाऊंगा मैं इस बार, ज्यादा सुंदर नहीं बनाने वाला आपके लिए. फटाफट बनाऊंगा क्योंकि आप लोग मेरे से आगे निकलने वाले हो, मुझे पता है. आप लोगों की स्पीड ज्यादा हो चुकी है बिकॉज आप लोग इंटेलिजेंट हो चुके हो इस मेथड में. तो ये तो मुझे पूरी उम्मीद आप लोगों से है. तो इसलिए मैं अपने आप को फास्ट कर लेता हूँ इसमें, फास्ट एंड फ्यूरियस. ठीक है. ये 2021 का अकाउंट बना रहा हूँ. मेमोरेंडम ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट नहीं है, ये ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट ही है बिकॉज इसमें तो जीपी निकालना मैंने. तो ओपनिंग स्टॉक तो मेरा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, उसमें कुछ भी इंक्लूडेड नहीं है. मुझे तो घुमाना भी पड़ता है, इधर उधर जाना भी पड़ता है. 73,500 opening stock, purchases 398, sales 487. यहां मिस्टेक कर रहे हो आप लोग, मुझे पता है मिस्टेक कर रहे हो आप लोग. आप लोगों ने परचेजेस बड़ी फटाफट नोट कर ली ना सभी ने. इसने करी है, गलत करा. परचेजेस नहीं नोट करनी थी बेटा. देखो लास्ट ईयर जो क्वेश्चन था, जो पिछला क्वेश्चन था, इन दैट क्वेश्चन वी हैव अ प्रॉब्लम इन अवर ओपनिंग स्टॉक. so that problem has been done in a very simple way. अब थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाना पड़ेगा, अभी भी सिंपल ही है, there's no worry. Let's understand this. Those goods which are lying with us in our closing stock. That has been mentioned specifically that these are lying in our closing stock. Worth of goods is 6,900. From where these goods come? From where these goods have appeared into your books of accounts? Obviously, these have been purchased during the year. So it means for the goods worth rupees 6,900 were purchased during the year, which is already included in the goods worth rupees 3,98,000. If you will see the goods worth rupees 3,98,000, these includes, because if clothing stock includes abnormal goods, from where clothing stock, from where this clothing stock comes? See, clothing stock always comes from clothing stock always comes from purchases or opening stock. So he says clothing stock is worth rupees 79,600. Okay, 79,600 is the value of clothing stock, which includes goods worth rupees 2,300 written off. So that means for 81,900 is the total goods available with us as on that date, out of which abnormal goods are worth rupees 6,900 and the balance normal goods worth rupees 75,000. So that means for 75,000 is the worth of normal goods, 6,900 is the worth of abnormal goods. But from where these goods come? अरे भैया आई कहां से? आसमान से टपकी के जमीन में से उगी है ये. From where these goods come? These may come from purchases or opening stock. That's it. No, he has not mentioned anything about the opening stock. Instead, he has mentioned one thing which is very good for us to understand. He says in valuing the stock, written off on a side which was of a poor selling line, means these goods are either from our opening stock or from our purchases. If nothing is mentioned, because if it was our purchases, obviously we knew it in advance. तो मैं पहले ही पता होता अगर परचेजेस में होती तो ये तो हमारी बड़ी क्लियर, सॉरी ओपनिंग स्टॉक में होती तो लास्ट ईयर के तो बता ही देता वो हमें, उसने बताया नहीं है. तो ये परचेजेस का पार्ट होगी, दोनों में से एक में तो होनी चाहिए ना बेटा. तो 3,98,000 में गुड्स इंक्लूडेड कौन सी है हमारी? 3,98,000 इंक्लूड्स गुड्स वर्थ रुपीज 6,900 विच आर एबनॉर्मल गुड्स. सो इसमें नॉर्मल गुड्स कितनी है? 3,91,100 ये नॉर्मल हो गई, ये अब नॉर्मल होगी. दीज विल बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम टू प्लेसेस. बस यहां आप लोगों ने थोड़ा ध्यान रखना है कि दोनों साइड पे अब नॉर्मल गुड्स शो हो. कहीं ऐसा ना हो जाए आपको भी प्रकट हुई है, प्रकट नहीं करनी. वेन एवर यू फाउंड abnormal goods with you, you will have to check from where it comes, whether it comes from your purchases or from the opening stock. So here he says 6,900 worth of goods are appearing in your closing stock. So these must be a part of opening stock or purchases. I have assumed that this is a part of purchases made by us during the year. 3,98,000 is the total purchases made by me during the year, minus. Or you may say like this also. It include abnormal goods worth rupees 6,900. Balance is normal goods 3,91,100. So this is normal. No, sorry, I have written reverse. Now sales is with you, closing stock is with you, opening stock is with you. How much is the GP? Is there any direct expenses given to you? No. No such direct expenses are there in the question. So get the GP beta. It can be. Vidya, there's no problem. A student has asked whether these abnormal goods can be a part of our opening stock also. Yes, answer will not be different in that case. You may even deduct it from the opening stock. Keep purchases similar, equivalent to 3,98,000. There's no problem. If we will reduce 1,600 from here, it will be taken 1,600 here. Remaining will be the opening stock of normal goods. Then purchases will be intact. It will not be changed. It will be 3,98,000. That is it. It is up to your assumption, whatever assumption you are taking. Normally, I am not taking it. Reason is there because if these are abnormal goods, then obviously he have to mention that this is included in our opening stock also. Because if goods are abnormal, then it is known to us in advance in the previous year also. So I have taken that assumption. I normally, and even in all the books, it will be taken as it is assumed in purchases. But this is all up to your choice. There's no problem. Give a note and take anything. So what is the GP rate? So you can easily get the GP rate beta. GP rate is equal to 97,400 divided by 4,87,000 into 100. You may get the GP rate also. 20%. 20% is the GP rate. Going to be finished within next 1 or 2 minutes. Need not to worry. No, it is very easy. See, here it is. He has already mentioned that these goods are sold during the year. If these goods are sold during the year, then there's no problem at all because everything is very much easy in this case now. These are sold during the year partially for rupees 250 at a loss of rupees 250. 50% of these goods or a portion of those goods, you can say 3450 is the value of goods which has been sold during the year at a loss of rupees 250. Remaining goods are worth at their original cost. So that is a simple point. There's no problem at all. You may take a normal, abnormal, normal, abnormal. I am to get here for you. Opening stock is already known to you. That is last year closing stock is 75,000 and 6,900. Opening stock is this. Purchases are also with you. These are 1,62,000. No problem. Sales is an issue because he says it includes this includes sales of abnormal goods. What is the sale price of abnormal goods? 3450 is the cost of abnormal goods. These have been sold at a loss of 250. So the value of abnormal goods, sale value of abnormal goods, sale price of abnormal goods is 3,200. So out of 2,31,200, 3,200 is the abnormal goods. Remaining is the value of normal goods. That is 2,28,000. Is that clear? So GP is also given to you. GP is how much? 20% of sales. That is 20% of 2,28,000 beta. Only normal goods. $45,600. This is GP. How much is the value of closing stock? That is already clear. Get the balance sheet figure. In this case, he says remaining goods out of total goods of 6,900, 3,450 worth of goods are sold. So remaining goods will be our closing stock 3,450. Closing stock of abnormal goods 3,450. That's it. Here you can get the 54,600 is the value of closing stock. मुझे लगता है यहाँ होच पोच ज्यादा हो गया. This is होच पोच. We can do one thing. I may just note it down in fair also, in proper way also. So normal, abnormal, normal, abnormal. It was opening stock, purchases, Anish has asked in illustration number 5, the previous year trading count is prepared on or memorandum trading count because it is prepared for calculation of GP. So for calculation of GP, whenever account is prepared, it is named as trading count. So you may keep it as the name trading count, there's no problem. I think this is clear to every student because we have done it in a simple way. So some questions you have to do. Homework is very simple and sober. You will have to try maximum questions of loss of stock, like illustration number 1 to illustration number 5, and go for the unsolved question, which is very important in this case. Go for the MCQs, it's better, but only loss of stock MCQs you can do. You can't do loss of profit MCQs, so you can leave that. MCQs we can do later on. Very important chapter is there, so we'll try to cover maximum questions of this chapter. So practical question number 1 you will have to do. Practical question number 2 you have to do, beta. If it is understood, there's no problem. You can do 2 questions, first, second. And even third you can do. Practical question number 3 you can do. There's no worry. If you will not able to understand this, there's no problem. We will do it in a proper way in the next lecture also. Need not to worry. कोई घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. कोई दिक्कत रहेगी तो पूछ लो. Sir, is total column necessary to prepare? No, it is not necessary to prepare. There's no worry. I think everything is clear to every student. Send me your feedback. अच्छा लगा कि नहीं? समय लगा कि नहीं लगा? Fast. Send the feedback. फटाफट भेजो भी फीडबैक. अब इतनी मेहनत करवाई आपने, अब फीडबैक तो भेजो फटाफट. समय लगा कि नहीं लगा? मजा आया कि नहीं आया? नहीं आया मजा, है ना? फीडबैक नहीं आई अभी तक. सेंड मी द फीडबैक फास्ट. एवरीथिंग इज क्लियर. अभी 2-3 बच्चों की आई है, अभी मजा नहीं आया. वेटिंग फॉर योर फीडबैक फास्ट, तभी लेक्चर बंद करेंगे। पहले एक बार फीडबैक बताओ, कुछ समय लगा? काफी बच्चों ने फीडबैक भेजी है, अच्छा लग रहा है। तो सर वी में क्लोज द सेशन।